Hey folks, my name is Matt Fox. I'm the VP of Product Engineering here at TopLeft. Today I'm going to show you some of the work that we've been doing on the new version of TopLeft. I'm showing it for HaloPSA, which is a brand new integration that we're launching. But what you see here today is going to very shortly be available for ConnectWise and Autotask as well. So it's for both for Halo customers as well as our existing ConnectWise and Autotask customers who are wondering what we've been working on for the last number of months. So I'm going to go through this fast. You might need to check the table of contents just for what you think is relevant to you, but let's go. So in top left, you can set up a Kanban board like this so that you can see the tickets out of your PSA. One new thing is we offer the way to set it up decide exactly which tickets from your PSA that you want to show on the Kanban boards, for example, for a certain team, or just certain types of tickets for a certain team, for example. Previously, the filters were very rudimentary, but now we have added this query builder where you can use a variety of functions to decide exactly which tickets do you want to see on your view. You can also use Boolean logic, ors or ands, and negation. And there's it's very flexible and much better than before. Also, you can set up your workflows to define for the Kanban boards the columns that you have and map the statuses, map ticket statuses to each of the columns. One thing that almost everybody wants to do is show the tickets in certain groups. So as an example here, this is an example where we're grouping the tickets by the client. So all the tickets that aren't assigned to a client show up at the top. Then we have tickets here for an Acorn construction, for a pizza place, and so on and so forth until you see all of the different customers that have tickets on this particular board. That's just one option. You can also do it by priority. So you got your critical tickets here, your high priority, your medium priority, and so on. It makes it very easy to see what's going on in your team. And finally, one of the most useful ones is seeing the tickets by the agent. So you can see tickets that aren't assigned to anybody here at the top, followed by tickets for Emir, tickets for Jennifer, tickets for Ken. Okay, it makes it real easy to see who's overloaded in your team, who might need some help, who doesn't have enough work, for example. Not that would ever happen, but maybe it does sometimes. So this is a great view. Everybody should be using that. You can do some interaction with the work here. So you can take these cards and you can actually drag them between the tickets, between the columns, I mean, and that would actually change that ticket status here in top left and in your PSA. So it all stays in sync. You can do that by dragging between the columns. You can also, on a board like this, you can drag between the groups. So if I was to drop this here, that would actually reassign the ticket from Emir to Jennifer. You can also drag the tickets within their columns. So if I was to move it up like that, that would mean that ticket is now it's at the top. That's the top priority for Emir in this case, top priority for him to work when he's ready to take on extra work. This new UI is a lot more flexible than it was before. For some examples, you can resize the groups so that you can have one that takes a lot of space, one that takes little space. You can collapse columns so that if you don't need to see them, you can also reorder them actually. So if I drag this up and down, then I can actually put them in a certain order if I don't like the default order. You can drill into certain columns. So if I just want to see this one column, I can click there and I drill into that, and all my screen space is just dedicated to that one column. I can do the same for just this single view, group as well if I click there. Also, this is brand new, not in the old version of TopLeft at all, is a full screen view. So if I click here, now I don't have any menus. This board takes up all the space. Of course, you can use that with the full screen function in your browser to make it take up the full screen. So very good use of your screen space. You can see everything in a lot of detail at once. The filtering is more powerful. So I can actually do a free text search here. If I want to search by the ticket number or by text in the title or description, I can select certain, I can override the grouping very easily just by changing this field here. The way that the tickets are grouped, I can just filter by certain agents or technicians, certain clients, certain projects, and so on. Very, very flexible. Also, I can just do, let's go back to this board. I can just do a single click here to show only my work. So in this example, just one click, and now if I'm logged in as Emir, for example, now I just see tickets, only tickets that are assigned to Emir. Okay, super easy. This is great for technicians to use so that they get a view of just their own work. Another view here is you can set work in progress limits. Okay, so that is a kind of an idea out of Kanban and agile methodologies where you say you shouldn't be working on very much all at once, right? When you start working on too many things at once, everything slows down. You don't finish anything. So we can put these work in progress or WIP limits in the, you can configure these in the administration page, and it can help you, it'll highlight for you when certain people or the team as a whole has violated those limits. So for example, here we've put in a limit of 6 tickets for any single member, and Emir here has in this column 11, so that's why you get a little warning here. This background is red, very easy to see, compared to Jennifer here, who only has 1 in her column, so that's fine, no warning shown there. This here at the top is a limit that applies to the team as a whole, so we could say 15 tickets maximum for the whole team, but there's 18 here, so it gets a red background. It makes it very, very easy to see where are the problems in your team right now. You can also highlight tickets that are certain problematic tickets. So for example, here is a view that's showing certain problems on a ticket. Like for example, this one is violating the fix, the due date when it's supposed to be fixed. Here, that was apparently 4 months ago. So it gets this red tag, so you can see what's wrong with it. It also gets this red label here. So it's very easy to see. Also, we start to count the number of tickets with problems. For example, we can see we got, out of the 12 tickets in this column, we have 11 with an error. We also support warnings, okay, where it's not quite violated the certain threshold, but it's getting close. So an example here would be this ticket, which shows the fix date is coming up soon. It's within 16 hours. And so it gets labeled in orange with an orange label there, and it gets counted here. So you can see how many tickets are close to violating the whatever limit it might be. We have a lot more to do in this regard in setting up things that you can configure for those sorts of warnings. So there's some basic stuff here, but we're going to be expanding that function quite a bit in the near future. In all of these sorts of things, you don't have to just look at a Kanban board. You can look at a Gantt chart. So you can just click Gantt, and you get those same tickets in a Gantt chart. And if they have start and end dates, then you'll see it quite. You'll see that indicated here on those. Another thing is that you can click on the card to bring up our new editor, and this shows you a lot of the general details about the ticket, status, priority, client, deadline, estimates, ticket types, and so on. You can see the initial details for the ticket, if there were any. You can make changes to all those fields. Also, on this tab, you can see a history of what are the notes and events about that have happened to this ticket, and you can enter your own time and notes. A lot of this stuff we're still working on. It'll be expanded as well. If you're a user of the existing TopLeft, you'll notice that it's missing some tabs having to do with dispatching and like service calls and file attachments. Those will be coming as well. So we're excited to keep working on that. Now, it's not just for like help desk. It's also really good for projects. So let me show you a couple of the things that you can do for projects. One thing is you can see the details of multiple projects all at once, because I know your PSA is probably not very good at showing you the overview, like not just an overview, but actually some details of like what tickets you have and what status they're in, not just for a single project, but for many projects at once. So this is a view where you can do that. So we have these group tickets or tasks grouped by their project now, so we can see a full site install here for high school, and it's got only 1 ticket in progress right now. We can go see new customer onboarding, got a couple of tickets, and just scroll down to see all of your different projects. Very easy, and that's a view that you don't have in your PSA, but you need it as a project manager at an MSP. You can also see a top-level overview of your whole project portfolio. So now these these cards here, they don't represent tickets. These are actually your top-level projects, so you can get a good view into your whole project portfolio. I can see if they're not assigned to a customer, but generally they would be assigned to a company, right? So you can see them here in this example. This is just an example of how they can be grouped. You can see the ticket that's for the high school, the chocolate company, the onboarding, tire store, and what projects there are going on at any particular time. So that's a really good overview of your project portfolio. But one thing that you can do is you can drill into it from here, because that might be something that you're wondering as you look at the overview. Actually, you do want to see the details, and you can do that very easily here, just clicking Open Project Tickets, and you get taken to a Kanban board that shows you the details of the tickets for the project that you clicked on. And again, you can group this however you want. In this example, it's grouped by who's assigned to the tickets, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can choose another option if you wish. So those are some of the things that we've been working on over the last few months. You can see it's a big improvement over what we previously had, even for ConnectWise and Autotask customers, and a lot of brand new stuff. I mean, the whole thing is new for Halo customers. So we will be continuing to work on this, and there's more good things to come. So watch our site at announcements.topleft.team. You can sign up for to get those announcements in your inbox. And we look forward to making this more useful for all of our customers in the future.